Welcome to Spiritual Motivation. Today, I am going to take you into the ancient Hindu scriptures, into the ancient Hindu Vedic culture time, my friends. There are four time zones which are known to us. The first one, Satya Yugam. The second one, Treta Yugam. The third one, Dwapara Yugam. Fourth one and the current one is Kali Yugam. So today my topic is how a human's life and life's quality has been changed from Satya Yugam till Kali Yugam over a period of time. Let's get into the topic, my friends. First we'll go to the Satya Yugam period. This was a period where much before Lord Rama has born. Lord Rama has born in Treta Yugam, but this Satya Yugam is much before Lord Rama period. During this period, scriptures, if you understand, in almost all the scriptures, our rishis and munis and yogis, it was written as they were communicating with the nature. They were communicating with the extraterrestrials. They had access even to the extraterrestrials, even extra planets, other universes, parallel universes, multiple galaxies. All these things were written in Satya Yugam scriptures, my friends. So let us understand how is it possible. Before getting into this, I will make you to understand one thing, my friends. In Satya Yugam Kalam, the lifestyle of a human being, how it used to be. Every day morning they used to get up at 3 o'clock. From 3 to 6 o'clock, it is called Brahmi Muhurtam. In this time, they used to practice very sacred pranayama practices. Now these pranayama practices are secret in Kali Yuga, but during those days of Satya Yugam, those practices were known to everyone. Daily everybody used to practice these pranayama techniques and they used to read Vedas. Because they have practiced these pranayama techniques, due to which their intuition power was very high in those days, to all human beings almost. Because of that intuition power, the human beings were able to connect with the nature. In the scriptures, it was written as the human beings were talking to the animals, talking to the trees, talking to the rocks. How is it practically possible? It is possible because during those days, they had intuition power. By doing these yogic practices, all human beings were having intuition power. They used to do even astral body travel. That is how during those days they have seen the multiple universes. They have written about other planetary movements and other planet information, life in other dimensions. All these things have been written in the scriptures pertaining to Satya Yugam, my friends. How they used to find? In those days, there was no telescope, there was no satellites, but they were able to find out how. Because of their intuition power, they used to do astral body travels. They had Divya Drushti, which is a supernatural power to see what is there beyond us. That is how, with this intuition power, they used to communicate with other animals, not verbally, not by using mouth, but by using their intuition power. They used to connect with the life in the other creature and they used to understand their feelings. This is what exactly was happening in Satya Yugam. In Satya Yugam, the human beings were living with the nature. They have emerged in the nature and they were living with the nature. But When you come to Treta Yuga, the second time frame zone, this is a period when Lord Rama has born. During this Treta Yugam time, the nature and the human being, the distance was built 25% approximately. This is my personal opinion. The gap has started between the human beings and the nature. During this time, few people were having intuition power, not all. Because the lifestyle has been changed from Satya Yugam to Treta Yugam. So there was a little gap between the nature and the human beings in Treta Yugam. This is the time when you can see Vanara and human beings were together on this planet. And when you come to Dwapara Yugam, wherein Lord Krishna has born at the end of Dwapara Yugam, in this stage, the nature and the human being's lifestyle was maximum around 75 to 80%. There was a gap between nature and the human being. So the human was getting more materialized in Dwapara Yugam. So the communication with the nature was almost getting reduced, and these yogic practices, pranayama practices were almost coming down. Very few people were known about these yogic practices. Very few people were having the intuition power in Dwapara Yugam. When you come to Kali Yugam period, where current period, Kali Yugam period, in this period, when we talk about the pranayama techniques, we are calling it as secret practices. In this time zone, it is a secret practice, but during the earlier time zones, these were open practices. Very few people in Himalayas known about this pranayama techniques, which can develop the intuition power, which will make you to communicate with the nature, which will make you to communicate with other creatures without using any language, just by using your intuition power. You can connect with your prana with the opposite person or opposite creature's prana. You can communicate with respective souls, not by words. So in Kali Yuga, this is a wonder. Even if we talk about this, people do not even believe about it. They think it is trash. But in Kali Yuga, instead of living with nature, instead of emerging with nature, we are spoiling the nature, we are damaging the nature, we are destroying the nature, we are dismantling the nature. So I request everyone, instead of getting disconnected with the nature, please closely connect with the nature. Start doing yogic practices and pranayama practices, which we are calling it as secret practices today. Those are very sacred, not secret. So start learning yoga and pranayama practices, which can make us very spiritual, very divine. Start learning from Himalayan masters. If you want the right contact of learning these pranayama techniques and yogic techniques, I can help you. You can leave a message in the comment box. I can connect you with Himalayan masters who can teach you these pranayama techniques. If you want to become a divine human being, come, let's mingle with us. Thank you. Namaste.